And welcome back to another video. Today is Tuesday, May 4th, and we just got the Predator Inverter 8750 in. Price was with warranty after taxes, I think it was like $1,400, right?
15
for like $1,400. It's so right now we're figuring out like reconfiguring the back of the van, and then just kind of switching some things out because we need to just kind of condense the things we had. We've been running with this van for 4 months now, so we are doing actually some minor tweaks right now. And over the next coming weeks, I think we will be doing some bigger upgrades. I would say though, it probably makes more sense to carry a cordless. Yeah, cordless in there, yeah. Whichever one. Not a 3-inch, I was like a So what we're doing right now is we had 3 polisher bags in there. We had 3 polishing bags with 6 polishers. We had a 15, an 8mm, a rotary, a 3-inch, a 1-inch, pads, polishing towels, and like a little polisher from like AutoZone. But now we're gonna condense that because the reason being is since we know when we're gonna have a polishing job, it's easier to carry it on the van as an accessory versus having it as a staple, because we'll bring it when we need it, but we don't always need it in the van. And it's more important to have that more so at the shop because we'll get more correction and polishing jobs here at the shop. So we're just gonna keep the cordless polisher because it's easier to use a cordless out in the field versus here at the shop, because at the shop it's easier to plug into to the cord. Although cordless is more convenient, but we'll keep one cordless and one 3-inch corded in the bag. And we're gonna keep all other 4 machines here at the shop. That way we create more space. That's about it. And it is now the next day. So with the van, Lex actually took it back home to finish up the last things. We'll see how the generator runs because this will be the first day that we have the new 8750 Predator inverter. So I'll give you an update on that maybe sometime later so we can actually get some use case out of it and see how it actually works and such. But today we have a full interior cleaning at the first location here. We have one vehicle, one customer, two vehicles, and that's gonna be a Camry, which we quoted 300 to 340, and then a Sienna, which is a mini interior detail for like 100 to 140 because it's just a vacuuming and a wipe down. And we have to get that done by 12 because we have a next customer like 25 minutes away from here at 1 o'clock, and that's 3 vehicles, just premium washes. But those 3 vehicles will be a 2020 Rolls-Royce Cullinan, however you pronounce that, and the Aventador, and then a Range Rover. So the main focus of this one is getting the first customer complete by 12 o'clock. We're starting at 9, which is like 9:11, so we're a little late. But starting at 9 and hoping to finish by 12 because we want to take a little bit of a break and get to the second customer at 1 o'clock. abrupt change in scenery, but I had to leave. They're still gonna finish up that one, which we're pretty basically done. You can see some of the afters right here. It was in very bad condition, so we're not gonna remove 100% of the mess in there. So we did clarify, the customer understood, and even though he was like, hey, are you gonna get these out, are you gonna get those out, we explained that, hey, look, like the stains here that you see are basically set, they're not gonna come out. So that was that. They still have to do the Sienna, and they are gonna be at least like an hour late to the second customer, but we do let the customer know ahead of time because we actually ran into some issues with the generator. We had the 8750, and a little tip for you guys is make sure that the breaker switch is not down but up. That literally set us back about 45 minutes. But once we turned it on, we got it going. We still had a few issues here that we'll figure out, but just remember, don't keep the breaker switch down. Put it up so the generator can function properly. So the reason why I left is I don't like leaving because there's still a lot of work to be done, like out in the field. But the thing is, like, since my goal is to get us to, you know, 25,000 a month, I can't stay out there in the field every single day, because if I'm out there every single day, or when things are just getting too busy or too hectic out there, well, then that means we need to solve that problem. Why do we get hectic? Why do we fall behind? Should we get someone else already? Do we need to not schedule as much? So if we use me as the lamb, as the scapegoat every time, of like, hey, just come out here and help. Well, hold on. Why do, you know, if I continue to go out there that often, well, then something's wrong. What do we need to fix? Do we need to hire someone? Is it equipment? Is it the service? Like, what is going wrong? That is it scheduling, right? Like, so what is a problem that we're facing? That why do we keep on? You know, so I hate leaving because, you know, you always just want to work, especially when everyone else is still working. But like, to stay disciplined and to continue to grow the business, like I have to step out and be like, okay, let me go work on the admin operations on the development side, because we have to continue to grow. If I stay out there in the field. If I stay out, like when you stay out there in the field, literally nothing happens in your business. Yes, servicing customers is important, but when you're just out there in the field, it's basically a whole day gone because you're not able to work on anything else. So I'm gonna clean up the car a little bit, and then I'm just gonna literally hop on the computer and work for about 4 or 5 hours now. All right, and it's currently 7 p.m. Like I said, that's all I do. Like, you guys are like, how do you grow your business? I literally sit at my desk and just work on the laptop. That's growing the business. It's not fun, not sexy, not cool, not glamorous. I'm just for hours and hours. So a lot of times, once we're all done with the day, Lex and I just kind of sit at the office, and just kind of talk and not work things out, but just talk and kind of strategize on like how the day went, or what problems that we have, or what things that we have to do. So since we started back in July, which is about to be a year already, so that was like pretty quick. He always had the business phone. Now the problem is that, being out in the field, it's very difficult being mobile to pick up the call during the day. Like, it's very difficult to just answer, because there's so much going on, right? You're getting to a customer, you're calling out the customer, you're talking with the customer, you're working in the car, the generator's running, machines are running. So now finally I'm taking over the phone. We miss a lot of customers, because we don't pick up the call when they call, or we don't call back in time to see what they wanted. So just by making this little shift, so my intention is to definitely be out in the field less, so I can work more on the laptop, and I'm gonna take the phone to book in more people. And we're also gonna run ads, so it's better if I take control of the phone, because now, like, my main goal is to not be out in the field, so that I can focus on booking out the calendar and working on all the business stuff. Good morning, it's now the next day, Thursday. It's 7:10 a.m. and since I have the phone now, I want way more structure in my day. There's this thing called flow, and it's basically when you're at your optimal level of working. So I want to structure my day to where I am always in my highest flow state, so I can have the biggest impact on the workday. So Gonna get a workout in, and then from about 8 to maybe like 12, 1 is just straight focusing, dialed in. That way, I'd rather work out. I'm trying to work out in the morning. That way, I can just not have the inclination of trying to work out throughout the day. And that way, at the end of the day, sometimes like we start like working on the shop, changing stuff out in the van, and then either too tired or just don't have enough time to work out. So I'm gonna try to just, right now I'm starting off like at 7 in the morning, but I don't know if I wanna go to like, get here like at 6, do an hour of work and then do 7, or get here at 6, work out, be done by 7, and then continue on with the day. I don't know, but let's get a simple workout. I'm gonna be listening to a podcast. And it's easier to listen to a podcast with headphones versus on a speaker. I feel like there's a lag time. So that was just a top single of 315 and then the back down set of 280 2x3. My training has been so inconsistent that like I have not made any progress on my squat or deadlift. My bench has been the best, but I'm so lagging behind on the actual progress. Like my goal is to hit like, I don't know, like 395 this year, but like we're 5 months into the year, and I've been so inconsistent, so lackluster that I'm nowhere near that. Like I'm not where I want to be with my progression. Anyway, so I'll end the video right here. This is the first time me like meshing up a few videos together. So let me know your thoughts. Like obviously I'll get better. If I'm trying to do a whole, like several days of content, I'll get better like making transitions or like keeping it entertaining. But yeah, like oftentimes like, I'm still gonna be out in the field. Like it's like, you know, me saying like, hey, I wanna like, you know, I need to have a more structured day and I'm working on the laptop. Like I'm still gonna be plenty, like I'm still gonna go out to the field a lot to help out, especially because we're gonna obviously take on more work now. So it's not like we can just, you know, have a full, you know, set of team and that everyone knows exactly what they're doing, you know, at a moment's notice. So I'm still gonna be out there in the field plenty of times, but it's just the more I can stay on the laptop doing what I'm supposed to be doing, the faster and more like effective we'll grow to our next goal. It's gonna go back to like, look, if you're out in the field, it's not, you're not productive out in the field. Yes, you're getting the work done, but in terms of moving the needle forward, it's not a high impact task. So I'll end the video right here. Let me know again, please give me your feedback on these videos, because I do read them, and you know, I don't take them as like, hey, like if you're giving criticism, like I'll say like maybe he has a point, maybe I should do this or do that to make it more entertaining or whatever. So let me know your feedback on these videos so I can get better over time and see what you guys really want to see, because with these I'm gonna have to clickbait these titles because it's like 3-4 days into one video. So it's like, how do I get, you know, we cleaned, I worked out, like, well, how do I title this? So like these specific ones will probably have to be a little clickbaity, and also I'm just assuming these are gonna have the lowest views because it's not like a specific like how we clean tires, how we detail for money. Like it's like, it has to be a very broad encompassing title, clickbait worthy, so people can actually watch these videos, because these will probably be the lowest viewed videos that I make. So anyways, I'll see you on the next one.